And our final one today, you lovely motherfuckers. I'll start again.
We like old adverts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to We Like Old Adverts. I'm Joe. I'm joined by Jim and Connell. We've got 3 little adverts for you here. So the first one is going to be a classic advert that is a stick used by unfunny Southerners to beat Northerners with.
Hello.
Last stop on round would be old Ma Peggoty's place. 'Twas like taking bread to the top of the world. 'Twas a grand ride back though. I knew baker at half kettle on and doorsteps of hot Hovis ready. There's wheat germ in that loaf, he'd say. Get it inside you, boy, and you'll be going up that hill as fast as you come down.
Hovis still has many times more wheat germ than ordinary bread. It's as good for you today as it's always been.
Hang on. Since when was it in the West Country?
This is it, isn't it? This is what is amazing. Like, it's even the voiceover. Even the voiceover is very, very clearly West Country, and it's Dorset, isn't it? That it's
Dorset, yeah.
Got. I mean, is the northernness of that just a misnomer, or were they trying to make it seem like it was in the north with the visuals? Because it's
or was there
really
a series of ads, of which a later one was in like Newcastle or Leeds or something? But
maybe it's the brass band. Is that like a
brass band? I mean, that song goes right through me. It really,
in a good way or a bad way?
Bad way. I really don't like it.
It to me, that is a Sunday in the late 80s, early 90s. You're bored and like 80s bored. And there's just no way out of it. It's like a prison in your own mind. Like, school seems ages away. You don't want to go anyway because it's school.
You don't have a phone.
So bleak.
Yeah. Oh man.
That advert, it's just so. I think it's supposed to be warm and homely, but for me, it's a bleak vision of the present. That advert in a strange way.
How many takes do you think it took for him going down the hill on that bike?
It looked
there's a claim there.
It raised the knee at least.
A lot of risk assessments before Ridley Scott did that. Because it's by Ridley Scott, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think, because that's Ian Holm doing the voiceover as well, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it sounds like him anyway, who played the rogue android. Maybe that is the first collaboration. Who knows?
Yeah.
Later on, was there a xenomorph at any point in the Hovis ads?
Burst out of the bread.
Oh, wheat germ burst out of his stomach.
Oh, God!
Bloody hell!
That was better. There was one what was the advert, the Hovis advert later on, where that kid got really good mates with that Kestrel? Was that another? It all sort of blends into one, doesn't it?
Aliens, yeah. Adam.
I don't care how fast you can get. You'll never get up that hill as fast as you could go down it. Never, ever. No matter how much wheat germ you stuff down your gullet, you're getting up there slower than you're going down.
I think the Tour de France could do that.
Do you think maybe wheat germ should think of a rebranding? Doesn't sound like I want to eat it.
What even is it?
Horrid.
I don't know.
Germs. It's germs from wheat. Unwashed wheat germs. Doesn't sound good, does it?
It doesn't, yeah.
Wheat Germ and Louise. It was a film in the 90s by Ridley Scott. 2 women on bicycles go round Dorset that's pretending to be the north.
Yeah, there's a cliff top at the edge of that.
yeah, exactly. Brad Pitt comes along and ruins the whole thing. Yeah. No.
It felt like delivering bread at the top of the world, but in actual fact, it was at the bottom of England. That's what they should have said.
Pretending to be at the top.
Yeah.
It's all mixed up, that advert. I mean, I think people love that advert, though, right?
Yeah.
People look back on it really fondly. I think we are quite unusual in finding it to be depressing.
I think it's a funny one with things like that. There are some adverts that are clearly, their MO is to inspire nostalgia when they're out. I think the greatest success of this was Werther's Original. They were released to the UK market for the first time in the 90s. And yet, as soon as they were marketed, everyone thought they'd been around forever and it's what granddads give children. There are those adverts, much like those and much like this one, that exist as nostalgia, and people cling onto it straight away, even though,
it's like,
as you say, this is an 80s advert. It feels like an 80s advert.
Yeah. It's like panettone, isn't it? It's suddenly traditional at Christmas.
Yeah.
I remember the year it was suddenly everywhere. It's like, what the hell are you?
German markets.
Yeah, you're new.
German markets. Suddenly everyone felt, oh no, it needs to be a German market for it to be Christmas.
Yeah.
No.
And you're new, and that's fine. But why are you telling me I've been having you my whole life? You're trying to gaslight me.
Good thing about panettone that I really like, it translates as Tony's bread.
Yeah, see, now lead with that, and I mean,
what I didn't
get all Christmassy. You what?
What I didn't get about that advert is who's delivering bread? That's not a thing. Milkman, that's a thing. Postman, that's a thing.
Yeah, was that
bread
a thing?
man? Not a thing. It's a lie. It's a lie, Ridley.
Yeah.
Redo it.
Yeah, bread, and no, you don't do bread. It's milk. Ice cream comes around in a little van, but you go to the van.
Yeah.
What was your ice cream theme song as you were growing up?
Mine.
No, I know what yours was, idiot. I was there.
I was gonna say, you're asking me for,
Oh, don't backtrack. Oh, I actually can't remember.
Because it's simply like Match of the Day, Green Sleeves, and the Robin Hood, right? Yeah. They're like your baseline.
They're fairly universal. They're all familiar.
Ours was Laura's theme from Dr. Zhivago, and it still is.
Wow.
Thornton in Bradford. Brilliant, yeah. Higher class of ice cream.
Like, you have like thong song.
Blue Babadi Bada Bar. Yeah. Okay, I think that is just about enough of that. So let's move on to the next one. We're going, again, it's a similar era, I think, kind of early 80s, and it's for food that I'm quite happy doesn't really exist anymore.
I like to give my little Pinocchio something special after he's been out playing all day. So tonight, I am giving him a bird's eye chicken pie. Just look at those juicy chunks of chicken in that gravy, and the pastry so light. You can't tell them from homemade.
Lovely. Did you make it yourself, Mum?
Of course I did, Pinocchio.
Bird's eye chicken pie. It can make a dishonest woman of you.
The therapy that kid will be into to this day.
What's the thing that bothered me most about this one? What's her accent all about?
Yeah.
Everyone knows Pinocchio is Italian. Look at his name, Pinocchio.
Yeah.
But she's this weird German Teutonic lady and all that kind of,
she had
the pastry is so thin that you can't even tell.
It was this kind of a Hansel and Gretel thing.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I suppose a lot of those fairy tales come from Central Europe like that, but not this one.
Not this one.
No.
No, all the same though, isn't it? Europe.
Isn't the whole point of the story that he doesn't have a mum?
Yeah.
It's
like famous that he's got a builder who's a dad. He's a builder who builds him. That's the whole premise of the story.
Yeah. I mean, is this like a reimagining of it, like Wicked, but to sell pies?
Oh God, I hate Wicked.
That's the worst night you've ever had, isn't it, Con? Wicked.
I hate that thing.
Wasn't yours? What was your worst night you've ever had? Cats.
Cats. Oh, that is wank. Cats is wank. Oh God, no! You need to see the stage play. It's really good. It isn't really good. It isn't. I've already explained this on this show.
And we are demonetized. Worth it. Worth it.
Like Geppetto's this lonely old man who's granted like a wish to breathe life into something, and he chooses a little boy. Don't know.
Yeah.
Is he made from yew trees? All I'm asking.
Make a talking dog or something.
Yeah.
Or a massive robot.
Yeah.
A wooden robot.
Yeah.
Oh. Every time it lies, it gets bigger. Which is good.
Would it have electronics?
He really did waste that. He could have ruled that town.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to breathe life into Italy itself, and the whole country just stands up on its leg and then walks about, and Geppetto's in charge, like clinging onto the heel. Is it Lecce around there? Like, hey, I'm in charge.
Yeah, I'm going to go kick over all the castles of Europe. There's nothing you can do about it.
He needs to dream bigger, that Geppetto. Underachiever.
Yeah.
I like the line in this ad, because when I heard the line, it could make a dishonest woman of you. I'll be honest, lying about making pies isn't what I consider to be a dishonest woman, you know?
Also, as well, it's rare that an advert from the 70s, which I believe this advert is from, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but I think it is. It's rare that it will get the whole way through without doing something sexist. And though it technically doesn't, the way the voiceover says, it'll make a dishonest woman of you, it's just like there's something leering about it. So it's like snuck it in with the tone.
You sounded like the salesman from Resident Evil 4 then.
What are you buying?
I like how she's gone all out on the Austrian accent, which is incorrect. But I also like that the little boy has done no effort to do any accent. No. All right, Mum, have you made this pie yourself?
Yeah.
And like the awkward stop motion animation of her nose.
Not bad though for the time. I'll give it that.
4 photographs of just brilliant.
Is she famous?
It's June Whitfield, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I think so.
Mate.
Yeah. I like June Whitfield. She was like a good sort. I don't know anything about her. She could have done something horrible. But she always came across rather well.
Yeah.
When she's looking down the camera with those things on her ears in that advert, she's positively terrifying.
Yeah. She's earned a stripe there. She's earned an actor stripe with that ad.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Good on her.
Who are we to judge?
And our last one today, you lovely little people, is it's an advert about learning to swim. I don't know who funded it. I don't know who cared back then, but yeah, you'll see why we chose it.
This is me, thinking as usual about Dave. Dave is super. Dave can do anything. Oh, he's great. He really is. When pow, up pops my fairy godmother with a I'll give you 3 wishes routine. Wish number 1 is easy. Next, I wish we were both at the seaside. Come on, Dave, let's swim, I say. It's just not my scene, man, says Dave. What he really meant was he couldn't swim. I've still got 1 wish left, remember? Meet Mike. He swims like a fish.
Yes, I wish I didn't keep losing me birds. Then learn to swim, young man. Learn to swim.
If you can't swim, ask about lessons at your local swimming baths. Do learn to swim. It could save your life.
What a waste of 3 wishes.
Oh, God.
You get 3 wishes and you wish, firstly, for 1 man. Secondly, for a trip to the seaside. Another man.
I love that, yeah. You capricious woman. Why don't you just wish that Dave can swim?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love the acting in that line at the end. We all know the one.
I wish I didn't keep losing me birds.
It's the voice actor has absolutely nailed the little pause and the desperation in that. I wish I didn't keep losing me birds.
Birds!
Dave.
Birds! What is in adverts for kids? Birds! Oh, I've been dumped for loads of reasons. You know, inability to grow up, lack of ambition, other men are fitter.
Personality,
bald. But I've never been dumped because I couldn't swim. I can't drive, no one cares. But,
maybe you've been taking it for granted, though, because you can swim.
Maybe
community out there of single blokes who are, like, getting dumped all the time.
I mean, if you do meet someone who can't swim, you sort of go,
you're weird. Yeah.
How? Not even why. How have you just not got around to this? Yeah, it does. To be honest, it does make me think less of Dave.
Yeah.
Who's, to be fair to him, having a quite weird day.
Yeah, because at the start of the advert, he didn't exist.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. He was a figment of her imagination.
Well, either he was or he was just going about his day and then suddenly he's at the beach.
And if not being able to swim is a deal breaker for her at the beginning, why did you pick Dave at all? Just pick someone from the swimming baths, idiot. Yeah.
Pick Mike in the first place.
Yeah, Mike, good lad.
Why is she dressed as a superhero at the beginning?
I think she is a superhero because the way that she dives proves that she's got, like, flight powers. Yeah. She, like, jumps up and goes, Dave, are you coming in? And she goes in.
I think, actually, 70s men in particular would have been emasculated by that. So it probably would have been quite hard for her to find someone, which is a shame.
She was stood on the shore, like on the sand, and then did a dive into the sea. I struggle to believe that that'd be deep enough to be diving in.
Quite, yeah.
That's what you should be saying.
Unless they're on a beach on the Mariana Trench and it's just sheer. It goes to the Earth's core. That's what it takes Dave to learn to swim.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a beach on the cusp of that. Although, what a location that would be.
All them people diving in, it'd be magic.
She's very incredulous when it comes to the fairy godmother. She says, she gives me the old 3 wishes routine.
Yeah.
All right.
And Dave's got one as well.
The fairy godmothers even do that. I thought that was like the genie of the lamp. So in that case, it's kind of new, isn't it?
Fairy godmothers just look after you a bit, don't they? It's like about and like going looking over.
Bobbity boo and all that.
Yeah. This is really Dave's story as far as I'm concerned.
What, like Mary Poppins is really about the dad?
Because Dave's got a lot going for him, apart from that he can't swim, apparently, and to the point where actually he's built up to seem like quite arrogant. Actually, bit of a preening fancy boy, but it keeps losing his birds, and it's just sad, isn't it? He can't form a meaningful relationship because people keep dumping him over really quite literally shallow reasons.
Yeah.
Just stop losing my birds.
What an unusual way to try and get people to learn to swim.
Isn't it?
You will not find love. If you can't swim, you will be alone.
So weird. No heavy petting.
Also, it's not just he can't swim. It's, right, Dave, can you swim in the sea, which is probably the most challenging place to swim? Can you do that? And if the answer's no, then you're just not worth you. Salt lad.
I'm just going to get with someone else in front of you. And we're going to be in the sea, relishing the exact thing that you can't give me. It's really cruel.
Yeah, it is. And she's wished him off to the seaside, so he can't even just go home. He has to get a train or 2 back to his flat. Poor lad.
Oh, what a jolly time we had the day we went to Bangor. Well, thanks a lot for watching our humble little show. If you want to get involved, leave a comment below. Like us, share us, subscribe us. Kind of do what you know what to do. Just do it. Don't be tight. Don't be shady. We give to you. We ask nothing in return except for this. We should be bigger than this by now. I'm sick of it. So I've been Joe. This is Jim and Connell. Send us a little email if you want an advert featured in our show, an accompanying little video as well. And if we like it, we'll put it on. Sounds fair, doesn't it? Cracking. All right. Well,
and do that at welikeoldadverts@gmail.com. They are going to need that bit.
Yeah, as my mate Jim said. So don't ever change and watch us again soon. All right.
Yeah, bye.